You're right. American citizens are boycotting the World Cup. Hashtag boycott FIFA World Cup 2026. As everyone is calling for the cancellation of FIFA World Cup 2026, there is a worry, and over 17,000 persons have canceled the FIFA World Cup ticket. All right, let's listen to the reaction.
And this is devastating news for the American economy because the FIFA World Cup was expected to bring in $17.2 billion. $17.2 billion. Money that this American economy desperately needs. A number of businesses and major cities are closing down. Cities like Las Vegas and Miami, empty as fuck. Economy needs it, but the people are taking note and doing what's right for them. And to be honest, what's universally right for humanity. Hashtag boycott World Cup.
So there's already demonstrations going on across the United States after what just happened with Trump sending in Delta Force, United States military, into Venezuela to capture Nicolas Maduro and his wife. America is hosting, well, it's going to be Canada, America, and Central America. Canada, United States, and Mexico hosting the World Cup in 2026, which is meant to be held 6 months from now in June. But I imagine that these demonstrations and protests in the United States, if they do go global, FIFA is going to be forced to make a choice of whether they will continue the World Cup in the United States or not. It's not going to be a good look for FIFA to continue to host the World Cup if there are people protesting and boycotting because of what's just happened with Venezuela. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because of Brother Joshua's prophecy that there would be no World Cup in 2026. I just imagine there will be a lot of pressure on FIFA to
seeing other people coming in to call out, FIFA for not taking action. Because what do you mean you're going to, let a tournament that, calls in most people from the world to go to a place where they are literally chasing out people from other countries in their country? Like, how does that even make sense? Because every time, the President Trump comes out and talks about, America, it's more like, oh, I don't want any other person or other people in our country. So, okay, when these other people come in for the tournament, how is that going to be handled? What is the guarantee that there's going to be respect? What is that, effort that has been put out by FIFA to address the nation or people that, hey, we've taken these measures or these steps to ensure that it's going to be safe and okay for everybody to come and enjoy and support the sport. They've not come out to say anything, and this is the year that this tournament is actually supposed to happen and nothing is being said. It's just it's just like, what is going on? Because it just doesn't make sense to a lot of us. Like, what do you mean? And also with the laws that are changing, that people now have to pay like more money to come to the US. Their social media, their emails, people have to ask for their families, contacts and emails and personal details, as well as give out DNA. It's like, what? Who would want to go through all that stress just to come and watch a match, like support a cause or support you as FIFA? Like, what measures have been taken? Like, it's just so insane to me. Like, I don't know, everybody's just like, this needs to be cancelled. Like, it has to be cancelled. There is no way this is happening in any way or the other. Like, it's just so insane. I'm not saying that it can't be safe. It can't be safe, but what are the measures? Like, what is there to show people that it's going to be safe? Especially when it comes to the police, like the brutality I've been seeing online coming from the US police towards people or its citizens is wild to me. Like, you can't tell me, when other people from the nations that the president calls as less than or undermines, that they would be treated any better. The only people that will probably be treated better are the ones that are pumped. But if you are a person of color, or especially coming from the continent of Africa, Africans especially should just let this slide, because there is no way they are going to let my people come and access the US with these laws and regulations that are happening. I'm really second guessing. Like, I don't know if this is going to be favorable for my African people that love the sport and want to support their teams. I don't think this is going to give them any chance. Like, literally it's just crazy. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. Are people overreacting to tell FIFA to cancel this, or you want it to happen? And do you, who's living in the US, do you support people to come in and give the US money after everything that it's been doing or the government has been doing? I mean, we also saw that they went and attacked and kidnapped president lead of a state of Venezuela. Like, it's insane. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't blame people. Guys, let me know what you think about this. That is it for me in today's video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. Bye.
Over 16,800 people canceled their FIFA World Cup tickets over the last 48 hours. This surge in cancellation of tickets is fueling a call for a boycott of the World Cup in general in America, citing that America is not safe for not only the fans, but especially the athletes that are coming from nations that our current government deems shitholes. 4 years ago, the World Cup was held in Qatar. When that announcement was made, there were a bunch of human rights organizations and watch groups who had their ears turned up to say, how could you possibly do a World Cup in the Arab world that's not in line with democracy, freedom, and human rights? And now we have people from the Arab world canceling their tickets in the modern free Western world due to human rights concerns and violence that's being done against people of a specific race, religion, and phenotype. Fans are citing safety fears, political protests, and a growing human rights concern about the way that humans are being treated in America. In response to the growing backlash, FIFA has announced that they're going to set an emergency meeting this week to discuss the ongoing concerns and how to mitigate tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people canceling their tickets. The games are set to start from June 11th, and they're taking place in Canada, America, and Mexico, but the bulk of the games are being done in America, where we currently have ICE and police attacking American citizens. Like, I knew that this would be a concern, especially with when you look at the countries that are football, soccer fans. It's all the people that this current administration hates. It's not majority white people. Yeah, a lot of Europeans love soccer, but a lot of the countries are coming from Black, brown, Muslim, Arab, Asian, Latino people. The people that by said racial profiling would get picked up by ICE, who is killing American citizens and rounding up kids, underage kids. ICE even rounded up a priest, and they had a priest at gunpoint, and then they put the priest in the car, detained him, and they kept trying to intimidate the priest, and he was like, I'm not scared of you. And then they said to him, well, you're white, you're not funny to wait.
An ICE agent literally came over to me and said, what did you say? I said, I'm not afraid. And they pointed a gun in my face. ICE put handcuffs on my hands and put me in a black SUV. And then a few moments later, they came back and they said, are you afraid yet? And I said, no. And then they said it, well, you're white. You wouldn't be fun anyway. It was then that I knew that this staging, that these ICE raids are really about fear and intimidation.
Just proving the point that all of the racial tensions in this country are at the behest of the current administration, but that ICE is racially profiling people, and white people should have been safe, but they just killed a white woman. I say all that to say there is growing concern for human rights issues and safety in this country, and how long does America get to act like they're still the beacon of the world, the beacon of freedom, and the beacon of democracy? Because in fact, we're definitely not.
Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video. It's the girl here. Thanks for clicking on this video. I am actually outside right now, but I needed to talk about this because it actually got my attention, and this is about the World Cup happening in the US, right? So it turns out that almost 20,000 people are canceling their tickets because with everything that is going on in America right now, people are scared for their lives, but scared to, take that leap of faith that it can actually be safe for them, especially when it comes to the ICE agents, that the way they are treating people, how they are really capturing anyone. They don't care about who you are, what you are. I mean, they reached the verge of, taking down the life of a white person. So I don't know, people are like, okay, if that is actually able to happen to a pumped person, what of us who are coming from different parts of the country or of the world, and with the president that is sitting in power, that is Trump, he really calls a lot of, especially countries that are coming to participate in this sport as less than, as worthless. So people are like, are we even going to be treated as, human, or we are just going to be, captured and treated and humiliated? It's just so crazy right now. And I mean, can you blame people? Can you blame anybody at this time to, be scared and telling FIFA to actually cancel the tournament, or maybe postpone it, or, take it to a different place, because people feel like they will not be taken care of, or, be seen as human, like I said. And it really, really makes sense. So listen to what people are actually saying about this whole thing, because most of them, or most people, are actually calling for a boycott.
Hello and good morning. In today's episode of Ask the Wise Who Turns, let's talk about FIFA. You know what I'm talking about, the World Cup, right? Okay, So we remember just a few short months ago when Infantino gave Sid that Peace Prize, the made up one, right? That one. So it has now come to light that people all over the world are boycotting FIFA and are canceling their travel and their tickets to come to the U.S. for the World Cup. What? They said, nah, we ain't coming. Y'all crazy. Y'all just be out here willy and nilly, shooting people, grabbing people off the street and everything. So no, we ain't coming. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it because we ain't coming. And I love this. I love this because this just goes back to pretty much everything that Sid touches. Right? You can fill in the blank. I love this. I love it. Honorable mention, however, goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. They are now out of the playoffs. We're going to blame Saquon. He went over there. He went over to the White Hood. And George Kittle, big honkin' Sid supporter, plays for the 49ers. He tore his Achilles yesterday. So even as the Niners advance, he won't be playing. I'm not saying that it's Sid's fault. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you align yourself with Sid, things don't always go your way, right? Because they never go his way.